Hello, everybody. Guess who it is? Your best friend Jim. Up here in beautiful Upper East Tennessee. It's warming back up. We got a little cool in the mornings, but it felt pretty good this afternoon. But the wind was a little chilly. Got my Rose. Quit doing that on camera, you nasty thing. She's all healed up, so back to normal, or as normal as this psychotic little dog gets. But a few things I wanted to talk to you fine folks about, just in case you didn't see or get to catch the news. And I'm going to call this video, some of this stuff's old, I just had to take a day or two to think about it. The name of this video is going to be Replaced. When the Great Replacement Theory is spoken of, it's a right-wing conspiracy theory. Let's dig into that a little bit. I'm sure you all saw where Tyson Foods laying off thousands of American employees, but they partnered up with this non-governmental organization, which all those need to go bye-bye, called, what's the name of it? Tent Partnership for Refugees, going to employ 42,000 illegals. So you tell me if we're being replaced or not. Speaking of illegals, an Obama-appointed federal judge has ruled that illegals can purchase firearms. Now, if they're here illegally, explain this one to me, if you will. How are those folks getting background checks? How are they passing them? They're not. They're waiving them. So, if you think that they give a crap about you, I'm talking about both parties. Because the Republicans, their big donors, love the cheap labor. The Democrats want one party to control just one party rule. See, that's votes for them. And I posted a thing off Twitter on my community page. Go check that out. And I'm going to mispronounce this lady's name, and I use that word loosely. Chief Justice Ketanji Brown said that the First Amendment was really just a roadblock for government and big tech to censor people. Well, duh. Freedom of speech is freedom of speech. You can say anything you want to. You've got the right, if you say something out loud, to get punched in the face, but you can still say anything you want to. And a scientific study, I thought this was humorous, so I'm going to drop this on y'all, in Finland found heightened instances of anxiety and depression among the woke-tard crowd. So, another Captain Obvious. And somebody put a tweet up that Trump said that he was treated worse than Lincoln, and Lincoln was assassinated, and everybody's favorite libtard, woke-tard, Keith Olbermann, who can't hold a job anywhere, pretty much hoped for Trump's assassination, saying that we can only hope for it. So, what a piece of crap. And on some good news, finally some good news in the news, the Supreme Court has sided with Texas, saying that they can't arrest illegal border crossers. So there is a little sanity left in the world. I think I'm missing something. No, that's about it. And on the World War III watch, France, they've been talking about it, Macron, little Napoleon over there, who's about as popular as a dog turd in his own country now, has been talking about NATO troops on boots on the ground in Ukraine for a while, a couple of weeks now. Well, they're sending 2,000 troops to the Odessa area. So, no talk, only escalation. So it's going to get real hairy over there. So just some things that I found interesting today while I was perusing the news. I bought this little shortwave radio. A buddy of mine's got it and recommends it, and I didn't get it last night till late after I got off work. So I am going to figure this thing out. It's got FM, medium wave, long wave, short wave, single sideband radio receiver. So it was about $80, I guess. So communication will be key if something does happen. And everybody's still got their knickers twisted about April the 8th. If it comes, it comes. I can't do a daggone thing to stop it. Just be as prepared as you can be. That's why we prep. Speaking of preps, I'm going to start working prepping the little garden area I'm doing this year. It's going to be straw bales and raised beds and buckets and containers again, because that's the only options I have. So hopefully I'll get to make some outdoor videos here for y'all soon. Not that that's thrilling, but I enjoy doing them. And I'm no expert, but if I take my time, I can grow some food in some straw bales. So we'll see how that goes. Just keep doing what you're doing. I hope you're planning on putting the garden out. Let me know what you're going to plant. I'm probably just going to do the basics like green beans, some tomatoes, some potatoes, peppers, maybe a little squash. That'd be about it. But it's better than nothing. So I look forward to it. I enjoy doing it. It relaxes me. It gives me pleasure. Rosie's won't scratch. So she's a needy little girl when I first get home from work. But she stays here all by herself all day. But keep doing the things that you can do. I'm working on some stuff to get a little better prepared, because it looks like we're mission creeping, slow walking, however you want to say it, into World War III. And that's going to be awful. Biden and Chuck Schumer is calling for a, how do they like to say it, a regime change in Israel. Our only real ally in the Middle East. And this bunch is turning their backs on them. Biblical. It's biblical. So make sure that you are in the best position that you can be for your friends and your family, or whoever you're prepping for or trying to prepare for. I've got 3 wonderful young men is my impetus for prepping, and that's why I do it. So just keep on keeping on and doing the things that you can do, and worry about the things you can control. But it's good to be aware of what's going on in the world. Seems to be getting worse every day. So I'm going to get off here because I'm hungry and I'm going to get something to eat. The pork chops I grilled Sunday sound awful good about right now. So hope y'all have a good evening. The rest of your week I hope goes wonderfully. And just keep prepping. So let's go Brandon. Let's go Vols. FJB. Don't be scared. Be prepared. And don't dwell on the news. Just be aware of what's going on. And let's close the daggum border. Texas is finally doing something about it. I hope the rest of the states will, because the federal government ain't going to do squat. And adios amigos, I guess, and God bless America. Y'all have a wonderful evening.